Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Cookiecast. Today on Cookiecast, it's our football podcast. You can't see the forest for the trees. Join myself, Paul Williams, and James Panas. Not discussing last week's games because there weren't any, just discussing what's going on in the football world, and there's live England football to be discussed. So here we go. This is Cookiecast. You can't see the forest for the trees. One nil after a minute.
Down.
1-0.
Yeah.
And you fucked it up. 1-0. And
You
you
had
fucked it up.
one job.
Oh!
Are we going?
We're off.
That was low key, that wasn't it?
Loki.
Yeah.
The
Tom Hiddleston.
No. Loki
Not
is the
Tom.
ex-professional wrestler. Oh my. Oh dear.
Was that the Sancho again?
Yeah. Again, all Sterling.
Didn't. Yeah.
Jaden obviously agreed with me.
Smith.
No, I definitely did it last week, so it's one of you twos.
I'm just watching the.
I.
Well done, Raheem.
That might get chalked off.
Do we get VAR in? In
so.
these?
Will it get chalked off? He plays it forward.
It does. It's about where the.
You know what? I'm with their boss there. I think that one should have potentially been chalked off.
Was he the furthest player forward?
I think he was ahead of Sterling, yeah.
Was he ahead of the defender?
I don't know. I have to watch it back, James.
Well, I've just watched it like 3 or 4
Can't possibly
times.
tell you.
Well,
I mean, the first minute and a half of this podcast have been absolutely stellar.
It's all going in the bin.
Is it?
But
I mean, we're still waiting.
literally, it was flatlining for.
We're still
about
waiting
a minute
for. We're still waiting for an intro
for,
from you.
for James to give us
From me?
I did last week.
Oh no, I don't do intros. Andy will do the intro.
Guaranteed. Ian coming out for the second half.
I'm not exciting enough.
He probably had a heart attack.
Ladies and
I hope
gentlemen,
so.
boys and girls, children of all ages.
This is
Can't see the forest for the T's proudly presents its award-winning, no awards, podcast of the millions and millions. Oh my word! Welcome to Can't See the Forest for the T's.
Is that it?
Well, what else do we normally say?
I don't know.
Episode 7,
Season 2
season 2.
made it through a whole season.
No, we didn't. Made it through the second half of the whole season.
And
Look at us now.
7 episodes.
Yeah.
Look at us now.
Right, here we go. That's pretty good though. That
Thanks.
because now they can't finish the game before 1 like I was worried about.
I see. James was basically saying, I don't want to see him go in at half time, winning 4-1, and come out having won the game 4-1.
But now they've gone in at half time, winning 5-1. So
So there you go. Do with that what you will.
yeah. So here we are, halfway through the England game.
Ooh, that's an advert for the Rugby World Cup.
Pretty confident we're going to go 10 years having not lost a qualifier.
Yeah, so Kosovo would now need to score another 5 goals to win this game. No offence, but I think it's a pretty safe bet that England are losing this match. Might not win it,
We will.
but they absolutely will win it.
That's my own little stat I've got.
Yeah,
There's
there's no
no-
many stats.
There's no
No
No.
predictions to go through from last week.
But has anything happened in the
football,
mighty world of football?
Just an awful lot of international games. really.
Yeah.
So that's why we didn't have any games to predict last week, because it was an international break.
And obviously, the Titans that we are of the Championship have released loads of players in international duty.
Well, even if we were Sunderland fans and we weren't in the Championship, we were in the doldrums of League One.
We'd
We'd still have had a week off, because they've got enough players on international duty. I'm pretty sure there was a game once where York managed to get a Conference North game called off because they had some international
players out
clubs.
on international duty.
Like someone was playing for like St Lucia or something ridiculous.
It was some Caribbean, small Caribbean.
But everyone was like, "Are you taking a fucking piss?" But yeah, they managed to get the game cancelled. Well, let's put it.
Yeah,
one is actually going to be John Parkin reporting.
You had a
for
couple
England
out last night for Ireland.
Yeah, Paddy McNair and George Saville bossing it in the heart of the midfield for Northern Ireland. Sadly, they could not. They could not keep them. Could not keep Germany at bay.
It was 2-0.
Succumbed to a 2-0 defeat.
That
might just knock it on the head, James. Just put it on silent, mate. Don't be that person. No one, who has their phone on loud ever. Who does it?
Hey.
Who does it? No one.
Hey.
No one ever does it.
You were thankful I did have it on loud last night.
It would have still vibrated.
Yeah, but I probably wouldn't have felt it because I was driving.
You always feel it when it vibrates, you shit house.
What?
As discussed, James had to come and help me jumpstart the car as my battery had failed. But I originally started running round to try and catch him. I was like, no, this.
Was it like cat and mouse?
This will be the equivalent of I will get there, as if running for the bus, and it will pull away. So I thought, well, no, I'm gonna get ahead of this. I'm gonna ring him. And did you notice that I rang you through WhatsApp though?
Yeah.
Because obviously I've got this phone.
Wait, can you use
that? Obviously can't be used as a phone.
Make phone calls, send text messages.
So you can ring through WhatsApp, but you can't receive pictures through WhatsApp.
Nope. I also can't use the actual phone to ring people.
Get a new phone.
Apple have announced.
This is fairly recent though, wasn't it? Because you were trying to
like 6 months.
Apple have announced their new iPhone, and it's
yeah.
their flagship iPhone, the iPhone 11.
So they're going to give it away for free. Nice.
No. Does that mean I can go and get myself a 10 on my spotlights?
Why do you need a new phone? If you get a new phone, just give me that phone. No money will change hands. But I will have a new phone. And you will be my friend. What's wrong with that
model
one?
Is it?
It's an 8, isn't it?
What model is that?
No, it's a 7.
That's a 6.
That's a 7. I don't have the 8. The 8's got the wireless charging, so I'll be able to use Tom's docking station.
Docking. We're not really talking about football here, are we?
What?
We're not really talking about football.
No.
On the football podcast that's now
no, because you stopped me.
Nearly 8 minutes old.
You stopped me because my phone was going off.
What happened this week?
We'll start again.
Shitloads of international football. Like I said, like James said there last night, a couple of Borough players played for Northern Ireland. Unable to hold off the big bad Germans.
Hang on. I know this isn't great, but I've not seen this yet.
Yeah, apparently it's a mistake by Michael Keane.
That's not Michael Keane.
But that's Maguire playing the ball to Hendo.
Yeah.
Not Hendo.
This is Keane.
Ross Barkley. Oh dear. Yeah, that really is awful.
He really is vomit.
But he just didn't even look. He just literally assumed that Maguire was there. And obviously everyone knows that Maguire can use his pace to get out of a tough situation. Oh no, wait a minute. He's slow as shit.
Still good though, isn't he, Slab?
No.
He is.
No.
He is. Anyway. Yeah, so it's just been under internationals. I can't really think what's gone on, really.
England, that's a lie. Hartlepool United got on TV on Saturday against Woking from the GM Vauxhall Conference. That it's not been called for a good 20 years. Yes, National League.
Did that involve a terrorist situation? like a disgruntled Hartlepool fan sort of like rushed a TV station and took them all hostage.
No, it was
flew cameras into the ground.
No, so every week BT Sport 5:30 p.m. to go up against the Saturday night Premier League game offering on Sky. The BT Sport thought the best way to combat that would be to put on a National League fixture.
Speaking of BT Sport,
Oh yeah,
I saw a thing the other day. I might have even received an email saying that the next UFC.
box office.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
At which point I was like, if that's going to be a thing going forward,
No more BT Sport for that.
no more BT Sport for this guy. Will categorically cancel it.
Do you not get it for free?
No.
Ah, you
used
say
to.
right? Okay.
And then they went, oh yeah, we're going to charge for it. Alright, okay. But there's a reason we're going to charge it, because we're going to bring you more football, more of all these sports that you love. It was like, don't massively care about that. But as far as the UFC is concerned, it's probably worth it in UFC money. If they're now going to start charging for the UFC,
I'll have to look into it, because I don't know if it was because it was.
Is it just that
Khabib?
one?
Because it was quite a big because it was quite a big match.
Yeah, but that's still
big
shit
fight,
though,
if
because
you
you don't want to go, oh, I can watch UFC until it's good, and then
Yeah.
I can't watch it.
Yeah.
Well, most is. I mean, they have a load of boxing on box office, don't they? I don't think boxing's ever been on BT for free either. I think that was always box office.
You'll have had the odd one and stuff like that, but not many.
I used to watch a lot of the basketball on BT as well until it moved to Sky. But I have Sky anyway, so I mean, I could watch that. But
So have we got games?
Incidentally, though, what did happen in football, or what should I say is didn't happen in football this week, is it was scheduled to be Bolton Bury.
And because it was scheduled for Sunday, I think Sky were properly taking the piss and they were going to put it on. So
Yeah, but I mean, because there's no Championship or Prem.
it's a team. Well, it's a team. Well, it's a local fixture, I suppose. But it is a team going down from the Championship and up from League Two. So yeah, you could argue that it's a big-ish game, I suppose.
As it turned out, it didn't happen.
No.
Surprisingly enough, it didn't happen. No, not as far as I'm aware. Nothing more's come out about the takeover and the reinstatement. I don't know if it was a case of
has that been cancelled because of the Bury side of things. Are Bolton ready to go?
I think Bolton are fine.
They've obviously got a squad.
Bolton's takeover's been ratified, and then obviously on the last day of the transfer window, I'm pretty sure we discussed last week.
So from their point of view, they're ready to go. It just happens to be that their first game after that ends up being Bury.
Basically, yeah.
At this point in time, that's probably quite a long time for nothing to be said.
Well, it might be that something's been said. It's just that it's not been.
But I mean, like
reported
publicly,
in the mainstream and stuff like that.
So nothing's been put out to say, "Don't worry, this club's going to be saved," or "It's been saved," or anything like that.
You'd assume it's like because the football league's said what they've said. They've now decided that they're just going to stick with that decision, and it can't be reversed. Because I suppose at the end of the day you can understand why. Because at the end of the day they said, right, here's your deadline. Stick to it. Like,
you have to draw the line somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, you could say, oh yeah, but we've got some people here ready with the money and stuff like that. Blah blah blah. It's like, well, where were you a week ago? If you've got this money just absolutely ready and roaring to go. Why was that money not available to the club
the day
a week before?
Yeah.
At the start of the season.
Yeah.
June, July. I mean, like you say, you've got to draw the line somewhere. Otherwise, teams are just going to start taking the piss. So, whilst it's unfortunate, and obviously no one wants to see professional clubs going to the wall and stuff.
Was another local
rules
derby?
Is rules, innit?
Was another local derby on Saturday lunch? Early kick-off. Well, I say early kick-off. I think it was randomly. I think it was a 2:00 kick-off.
I'm gonna go because you said it was possibly Donny versus Rotherham.
It was. Yeah.
Go.
No, it was driving to Bradford at the time, so I was listening to it in there.
Why wouldn't he be driving to Bradford?
Let's get a vehicle.
Right. No go.
No.
Sore subject.
No, not at all. But listening to the summary on that one, because they were trying to do that and the F1 qualifying at the same time, they weren't committing to one game. It was like Rotherham. Oh yeah, Rotherham have scored. Brilliant. It's 1-0. It's 1-0. Oh, Donny have won 2-1. There was no update to equalise. Yeah. So.
If I was a Rotherham fan there, I'd be pretty fucking pissed off. Ooh. So I was at a wedding on Saturday. The avid listeners of the podcast will not be surprised to hear it. But I was chatting to a guy who told me of an idea that him and his mates have had for this season, which I very much like the sound of, and in theory we could piggyback off the back of. So he said him and his mates were going to wait until the first round draw of the FA Cup had been made, wait for the 40 games to be decided, then put all the numbers in a hat, or put all the numbers of the games that are close-ish to them, or are in towns that they've not been to before. Pull the number out of the hat.
You can use like random number
generators
and
they're going to that game.
Right.
Then to follow the thread throughout the course of the FA Cup, they will follow the winner of that first tie through the competition. So, say if in the first round of the Cup...
Well, this is very similar to what we said last year, isn't it?
What did we say last year?
Well, do you mean that
very familiar?
You then start supporting the team that wins that team and then supporting one team?
Yeah.
You're just taking it a bit further about going to the game?
Yeah. But they said, in theory, by doing it that way, I told you,
you're going to be fucked up when we get to...
You're going
to be fucked up when we get to round 3. Our team gets beat by Man City, and then Man City get drawn to like a load of home games or whatever. They're like, you're not going to those.
So, for example, first round draw comes out and you've got Guiseley have somehow managed to get into the first round, are drawn at home against Stockport County. So that's the game we've somehow picked out of the game, out of the bag or whatever. So we would get tickets, obviously just go and pay on the day, to Guiseley versus Stockport. If Stockport win, and then in the second round they're drawn at home to Sunderland,
we're going to Stockport.
We go to Stockport. And then if Sunderland win that game and then get drawn at home to Chelsea,
we go this is more complicated than it is.
Alright, mate, come on. You come up with something as beautiful as Ian Wood singing.
This one.
He's obviously not a D fan, is he? You don't know that one either?
He's just saying words.
Ian Wood singing.
Oh.
And
then I start some lyrics and I'm never fucking stopping and I'm always fucking singing.
Don't understand what's happening.
Would it not end up being one of those situations where you'd end up going to a load of football matches you don't give a shit about?
Absolutely, but that's the idea.
But I think if you're a proper football fan, you just like the idea of going and watching live football.
And there's a lot of people who they want to do this thing called the 92. So the idea is that over the course of your lifetime, you go to a game at all of the 92 league grounds.
So you want to talk to a certain person at work about that?
No, I don't.
Bill Burr is in the process, or has been in the process of doing that with the NFL.
Oh, okay.
And I think the basketball.
That's pretty good.
So he will book shows in states and stuff of teams he hasn't seen play purposefully to go, I'm doing a show that day, I'm seeing a game that day, tick it off the list.
And then he gets there and he's like, shit, they're away.
I mean, if we end up going to Guiseley, it's not taking off any of the 92, is it?
No, but so
No.
the idea is that you go to a game at each of the
It's
92
good to see
football
all the
leagues.
different places. It's fine, yeah. I think, strangely, Lewis was saying he just went on holiday to Seville, so I went and saw a Betis game.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that won't be bad. I'm trying to think how many games I've seen in Spain. I think it's a grand total of 0.
Me too.
I've never
seen a game outside outside of England.
Outside of the UK.
I was going to say UK, but I think outside of England.
Did you ever go to the Millennium Stadium?
No. Not to see a game. I've driven past it for work.
That doesn't fucking count. Have you ever been to the Millennium Stadium? Well, I've driven past it. Well, it's not going to it then, is it, knobhead?
Well, the road goes straight out, like right next.
God. People like you are the worst.
They have a paved driveway.
Or
I've block paved a few.
I could have been to the
can't
Millennium
be what you
Stadium
mean.
to see, I don't know,
A band.
Catherine Jenkins.
Bon Jovi or something like that. Oh, let me guess. Did Bryan Adams, was that the support act?
Don't even get onto your text the other night.
What? The universal truth that is Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer.
It could have.
And Bryan Adams' Summer of '69 are intrinsically linked on the discotheque.
You could have just. You could have just.
I think you have to buy it as a B-side single.
If you buy one, you get the other.
Yeah, it's a bog off, but of songs. Yeah, exactly. So what do you reckon?
Yeah, let's do it.
Unless Hartlepool qualify for the first round, outright,
Then you'll be going there,
and then obviously we'll just be going to Poole. Hopefully, it'll be Pools versus Sunderland.
Football games this week. Yes.
Yeah.
Football's back, baby. I mean, it didn't go away, obviously, because we're currently watching England 5, Kosovo 1 in the 47th minute.
It better not finish 5-1.
So, Gunner! Oh my word, what a ball.
I thought Uzi passed. Oh!
Oh.
I thought Uzi passed 2 there.
He has played that straight out. What a ball!
Just Alexander-Arnold off the screen somewhere.
Probably wouldn't have counted. Should have come back for offside.
Tell you what, he's had a good left foot hook there.
Mirovic was a bit of a flapper there, wasn't he?
He's not good.
Well, Man City obviously do disagree. Ooh, close. So,
First game of the week.
first game of the week technically is on a Friday night, but it's not Borough or
Cardiff, isn't it?
Forest. Derby County versus Cardiff City, so James will obviously be pulling for a Cardiff win.
Why would you say that?
Because you hate Derby.
Yeah, but Derby are doing badly enough that I don't care, and Cardiff have,
Well,
assume,
the thing
doing
that I
better.
don't understand about that is the fact that everyone's apparently surprised that Derby aren't doing as well as last
What?
season.
No manager, no loan players.
Exactly.
Oh, it's alright
So-
because they've got Rooney coming in January.
We'll just absolutely gut your team of all the players they had from last season. We'll take all the goals out of it. We'll take the
I don't
manager
know,
who got them playing that
Wagon's
well.
got a few.
So yeah,
Did
not a great
Nugent
shock.
leave? I don't think I
Yeah,
said
Nugent went
knocking around this year.
to Preston.
Did he?
I think he went back to Preston.
Yeah.
He certainly left Derby. Yeah, first game. Oh, hello.
That's
Get in.
clever.
Oh, that's a great finish, and it is not an England goal.
That's the guy who got the first one, isn't it?
I think so.
He's got us.
So, first game that involves our teams.
Yeah.
3 p.m. Saturday at the Riverside Stadium. Middlesbrough versus Reading, otherwise known as the James Keep game.
I thought you were going to say otherwise known as the Royals.
Technically, it's the Paul Williams game as well because I've spent years of my life in both cities.
Yeah.
I say cities. Don't think
Would
Middlesbrough's-
you
Middlesbrough's
regard
definitely
them
not a
as
city.
like a second team in any way?
I sort of. I
Look out for the results.
sometimes look out for the results and whatnot, but
Don't care
I'm not.
for the results.
I mean, when they were in the Championship playoff final a couple of seasons ago against Huddersfield,
Fancy them?
I wanted Reading to win for 2 reasons. One,
Don't like
because,
Huddersfield?
no. One, it was another. If Huddersfield had stayed down, it was another game for me to potentially go to because it's not that far away.
Mm-hmm.
And 2, obviously, I'd prefer Reading to win over Huddersfield if it was a 50-50 game where I had nothing in it.
Is there just 2 games this week?
Just two games.
I can't. My app doesn't go far enough to see Wednesday, but there's certainly no games on Tuesday.
Well, I was going to say it's Champions League next week.
Is it?
Well, it says here UEFA Champions League, so yes, I'm assuming it is. Yeah, there's nothing on. They wouldn't just have all the Champions League games on a Wednesday. So yeah, next game's just one this week. So, who wants to start off?
James?
I need to consult where Reading are. Bear with.
Okay.
Where
are they?
Above Borough. 16th.
To Borough's 18th?
Yeah. I fancy Borough though still. They're not high enough for me to worry about them.
They played well against Bristol City.
So I think...
Which was encouraging in a game that I thought they would get beaten.
So I think I'm going to go for a convincing
1-0 win.
1-0 win.
I knew as soon as he said that, that's where he was going. Oh my god, they might score again here. Oh, offside. Goal scorer.
Really?
Unfortunately, James, you've stolen every bit of my prediction there, so I'm now going to have to scramble to think of something else.
Let me guess. 2-0.
I mean, it is that... I can't imagine that Middlesbrough are going to...
You can go 1-0, if that's what you think.
Yeah, you can. You can also go 1-0, because
you're going
I'm
1-0.
absolutely going 1-0, so...
1-0's across the board then, yeah, boys?
Pretty much.
Right.
Tell us that we are not going Brent. He's not, though. He's already said he's going.
I'll put Wing down for you, yeah.
No. He's not started the season that well, other than his absolute fucking stormer against Luton.
Well, he's got to get
been
5,
poor.
so we're looking at every 9th game, right? So
Did I say 5?
I think you said he's got to get 5 25-yarders.
Oh, it's my predictions and another thing that I've done with my mates where I've said I think he'll score 15 across all competitions. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, he needs some deep cup runs.
Yeah.
No, I think you said 5 that he's got to get. So
maybe it was
and he got 1 on game 1.
Maybe it was just that he'd score 5 from 25 yards or more.
Yeah. So we'll be predicting for the 10th game of the season.
At about the 70-minute mark of the first game of the season, I was looking pretty fucking peachy. And since then, he's not been very good.
Your goal scorer.
Oh my god, Maguire, you absolute fucking donkey.
You know when you said that there's no way that they could bring back the draw? This is outrageous.
What a fucking prick.
It's unfortunate.
No, it's not unfortunate. He sees him run past him and then he just kicks him from behind. What a fucking bell end. Oh.
This is harsh because he's like, I'm the penalty taker, and he's like, I'm going to score a hat-trick against England, you dickhead. Basically. And he's like, no.
There's only one way this finishes. He will miss the penalty. Because he's had the
I think that's well harsh.
Of course it's well harsh. Well, he's won it though because he wants to score, doesn't he? Oh, he's got a massive gap in his sprint of his two.
I know, but the guy scored 2 goals against England.
No, but they're probably thinking, here, fucking hell, if we get it, back in it. To be fair, they're probably not wrong.
I'll tell you what, for the drama, I hope he misses.
Rattle it against the crossbar.
Or Pickford save.
He's going to go Pickford's right.
It's more dramatic if he misses rather than Pickford saving.
Pickford's right, inside of the post and out. He got a hand on it. Tell you something, this game has actually been quite good.
I think he's still well tight on that other guy.
Does Pickford push
Look
it into
at him
the
just
corner?
turning around after you bastard.
Yeah, he pushes it into the corner. Stronger wrist, maybe.
Look, he just turns away and walks away. The other striker, doesn't he?
Your goal scorer.
My goal scorer.
Ashley
Fletcher. To be fair, he's due a goal. He's been unlucky in a couple of the games. Like he scored 2 perfectly good goals against Brent. Well, I say 2 perfectly good goals against Brentford. He scored definitely 1 perfectly good goal against Brentford that got chalked off, and there was another one that he was involved in that didn't go his way. So he's due a goal.
Nottingham Forest football.
Tough game. They're playing
Away.
at Swansea, and Swansea are top of the league. I'm gonna go, but they seem to be like pulling up trees against teams that they should be getting absolutely pasted by.
I tell you what, if we can keep the kind of form going when we start facing the lower games, your boys.
Oh dear.
I'm quite hopeful for this year.
Interesting. Stick me down for a 1-1.
I think. Who's the? Is it Selena or something like that?
Bursant Shalina.
Yeah, that's what I'd be going for. I'm gonna go a little bit better. A bit heart ruling head. I think it might be 2-1 to Forest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for Swansea. Is it Chelina or Selena?
Celina. Bursant Selina.
Selena, yeah. So I think he's the Penner guy as well.
He's the tricky playmaker.
Yeah.
He's very much the Zhao, if you will.
Funny you should say that.
Oh dear.
Grab him.
Yes.
And
Zhao
Cavallo.
Carvalho. I'm pretty sure he's going to play. He's been doing a lot of press in the last week.
Of course he has. However, you are incorrect, because the goal scorers will be as follows. Albert Adoma.
I tell you what, I think he's got 4 and 5.
He's a fucking legend, that's why. And for Swansea, Wayne Routledge.
He popped up with a couple recently, hasn't he?
Why do you reckon? Why do you think I've just tipped him up to score, James?
Yeah.
Of course he was scoring recently. Hello. Sancho. Oh,
That's a bit of a nothing ball.
he's a big goalkeeper, isn't he? Comes out and claims that. Bought some new goalkeeper gloves the other day. Lovely. Delightful. They've got black pounds. They look good. Andrew Cook.
What did you go for 1-0 and the other one in the end? Did we?
Yeah, 1-0 across the board.
1-0 for everybody in that
And
game.
who did you go for on a goal scorer? I think I missed that.
Do.
Did you go Brit? You just matched me, covered me off. Yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of 1-0.
You going for 1-0?
To Swansea.
We left it open for you, didn't we? You going 1-0 Forest? You legend.
Yeah.
I think our money's on Paul's prediction this week. No, Forest have been getting some results, but Swansea are going well. They kind of finished last season well, and then just kind of didn't quite have enough at the end.
What are you
didn't
doing?
they?
Still £2 in the pot.
There was nothing on last week, was there?
And I've already said I will cover the missing pound.
Talk to me about the money.
Money. Oh, football.
Which one?
Accumulators. Popular bits featured. Competitions. Sky Bet Championship. Middlesbrough versus Reading. Correct score 1-0. Middlesbrough is 13-2.
Remember that. You might need that one again.
Yeah, you might need that one again. Andrew, you went for a 1-0 Forest away win, correct? That is 12-1. Giving Andrew a double of 96.5.
I don't like the idea of 2-1 away.
Okay.
correct score. 1-2, James said. Also, 12-1. Giving James a double of 96.5-1.
2-1's the exact same odds as 1-0. Oh, I thought it would be a bit more like that. I think Paul's might be a bit more in line. Although
we could do with a win.
Although he has bet on a draw, so...
So, Middlesbrough won at 13-2. Combined with my 1-1 draw 6-1, gives me a very modest 51.5-1 return.
That'd do nice. Right, that brings the predictions for the week to a close.
Yeah, I don't think there's much on. You quizzed up?
I'm hoping so.
Have you just dropped a pen?
James broke his pen.
Oh, he did, didn't he?
But
I do it every time.
somebody very kindly fixed it for him. So where the freak hell have I put it?
I don't know, I'm just looking down here and I've just found another cache, let's say, of waters.
Oh dear.
Is there more water down there?
There's 2 more full bottles down here, man.
Jesus.
Don't know what's happening to them all. Oh, they? The Tesco's. Does that mean they must be from when like Stu's been
Must
here?
be Stew ones.
I'll leave him here for Stu.
Your pen has apparently gone walkabout, so...
Let me see if I can see the other side of this book.
Oh.
What? It's in there, is it? Is it in the spine?
Paul's pen has gone walkabout.
Oh no.
Ah, see, my pen's
Oh,
fine.
God.
Fixed your pen.
Oh
Thank you.
God, no.
So how was that transpired? Let me just have a quick looky-loo.
Did we ever get to the bottom of the horrendous mistake of the how many Premier League teams have never been relegated from the Premier League?
Were we supposed to get to the bottom of it?
Then I've just seen it because I've written the 8 teams that have ever been relegated from the Premier League at the top of it. So
He's a sore loser.
yeah, but I think we established already James, that I would have won regardless.
The referee's decision is final.
The referee can suck my dick.
What do you reckon? What do you reckon the odds were on a 5-3 victory? Oh, hang on.
Oh,
Probably
get up, man.
I think it's going to get
I
given.
don't believe it.
To be honest, there was a lot of times where he was pretty strong. You know what I think?
I hate runs like that though because that's the sort of run where the guys look at he makes it look like he's looking for the penalty. I wonder who will be taking this.
His roads and challenges there. He's just
Like,
given in when he got to the
such a
box.
weak penalty. Oh, fuck off, man! If the VAR's in this, that should get overturned so fucking quickly. Halimi.
He's already taking it.
I bet he'd be tasty. Squeaky. Oh,
What we needed to see
give
is
it to Jaden.
why he said, yeah, but it doesn't mean as much for him. Oh yeah, you got a hat trick against Kosovo. Like
This'll be a hat trick.
what?
This'll be a hat trick.
I know,
in a
but
national game.
Yeah, but it'll go down as a quiz question, won't it? Who scored his first 3 goals, like in his first goal-scoring game?
Right.
Theo Walcott.
So there's still
No.
questions
He must have
left.
scored before he got the hat trick.
Don't think he did.
Really?
I think so.
I think I've said to you before that I was
Keepers left.
halfway up.
Hit the post inside and come out.
Go on, Rich. Earn your Forest spot.
In your forest spot. And is he going to have a little...
He just looks so gormless,
oh,
doesn't he?
who's he booking? Who's he booking here?
Please be a second yellow.
Pacarada.
I don't know what he's supposed to have done.
Neither do I.
Is he the guy who got the own goal?
No, that was 15, I think.
Oh.
We're back to this kid. Is he going to do his little sort of like shufty run? Yes.
Oh, well done, Juric!
Unbelievable.
It went where we said though, didn't it? Bit
No,
lower than I thought.
I said keepers left. That was absolutely 100%.
Oh no, I said keepers.
Oh, disgraceful. Should be getting retaken.
Do they not use the VAR?
There must not be. Good save.
Look at him, cheating bastard.
Disgraceful. The left back, the right back's called Gonads. Oh,
I tell you what, this is going to be a good game for the neutral.
Send. Raheem, you greedy twat.
I'll tell you what, I'll forgive him that.
Teammates. Well, they absolutely are.
Man City, yeah. I'll forgive him that because he's done all right previously.
Andrew,
let's give him a little kiss there.
You all right?
So we got a bit excited there with the game.
I've still got loads of questions left. The reason that I never used this one was that the first question.
Oh dear.
The first question might as well be the answer.
Why don't we just have it as like a little...
So I was like, I'm staying well clear of that because I presume it's easy. When I've actually looked through...
Well, give us that not as part of the quiz. Just give us that as a little...
No, I just mean the question is so easy.
Well, let's just have it.
Could be a trick question.
Let's just have it for fun.
It definitely isn't. If you asked me this question, I'd be able to answer it.
Yeah, that's because you're sensible and you know football.
But there are others. So
what happened in football?
Go on.
What's gone on with Danny Drinkwater?
Yeah. That's a real sad case, that one, because he's gone from being like an integral part of a team that should never been anywhere near winning the Premier League to basically not even. Well,
he was one half of all of Jamie Vardy's long ball offside trap goals.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
But yeah, 35 mil, and then.
I mean,
has he been beat up outside a club or something?
Something like that. But I mean, it's a case of like.
And he already got banned from driving recently.
I mean, why is he moving to Chelsea in the first place? He must realise that he's
did
not
did he not watch Scott Parker's career?
Exactly. Or anyone for that matter like that. Like, who else has like gone to Chelsea for like big... I mean, like Bakayoko.
I didn't really know much about Bakayoko before he went. I just think of Parker though, mainly.
Yeah, Parker. Jeremy never really got a game at Chelsea in that position.
He's forgotten about this first. I thought about Jeremy for years.
Ex-Borough.
Yeah.
Fucking legend, that kid. Was gutted when they didn't sign him after that loan spell from Real. Hell of a player.
I can't think who else has gone to Chelsea in the same vein. Rodwell. Didn't he go to Chelsea? Or did he go to City?
Man City.
Who else has done it at Chelsea? There's been more, hasn't there?
Sidwell. He was free, but
he went before they started getting full on superstar lines. No, didn't he?
He was there when Drogba was there, when Lampard was there.
Was he?
Oh yeah, Ballack I think was still there at the same time. Yeah, it was just a very strange move at a very strange time, and an awful lot of money.
Well, I think at the time though, were Chelsea not having to kind of like conform to like a certain amount of homegrowners in the squad?
I think he definitely ticked a couple of boxes, didn't he? He definitely did that. There was something that someone had put out about
because strangely, at the time, Fabregas counted as a homegrown.
Yeah.
Didn't he?
Well, in a kind of weird way, someone was saying about there's a kid that Arsenal signed in the summer, and then loaned him straight. I think they signed him and then loaned him straight to Saint Etienne. But for some reason, they've included him in their 25-man squad for this season.
Because they've got to have so many.
No, it's nothing to do with that. People were saying, what's the reason?
Because bringing back
and stuff like that. And it turns out that players that are under a certain age don't have to be included in the squad. But if you've been resident in a country for 3 years or more, you sort of pass a certain law or something like that. So even though he's not in the country, if you register in the squad, he still gets that year.
I see.
So it's like counts towards this quota
his
that they're going to need to fill
later on
in so many years' time or something like that. So it's like
too much to think about in there.
You surreptitious bastards.
Yeah.
But,
I did say I think
We're
they're
focusing
still
on someone's socks.
they're still looking at
Trent Alexander-Arnold.
the value of Pride Park has been in the papers again.
Yeah, well, I think it's been reopened. The investigation's been reopened, or they're looking into it again. Or
Gibson,
looking into it
like,
as a fresh thing. Steve-O's just there, just going. Oh, the Kosovo fans are in fine fettle.
Not bad, not bad.
Probably further away.
It might have been a lot
probably
wider.
further away than it looked. Is Trent Alexander-Arnold beginning a bit of a throw?
Yeah, I thought that earlier.
You look like you're struggling, Andy.
I'm good.
Are you sure?
Shall we commence?
Question 1.
James hasn't even written the title of the quiz.
I haven't. I'll do the housekeeping later.
Let's see if anybody can get this
Is
question
this a
right.
10 questioner?
No.
How many is in this one?
There will be 20.
Ooh.
There'll be 10. And then I'll decide what the next 10 is going to be.
Excellent.
It's a big boy quiz.
Strap on your big boy pants quiz.
Yeah.
Play along home. If you get the first question wrong, football's probably not for you. Question number 1. Which Premier League winner's father played rugby for Wales?
So this is the one that you were like saying
Have
is
we had
really
this
easy.
before? Is this because we've had it before?
Some of I've actually looked through it. Like question number 2. If we have,
I can't remember who.
if we have to have this question again, I might jump out the window. But the reason that I actually went with this in the end was because I'm pretty sure it gets more difficult as the quiz goes on. Question number 2. What year did the Premier League start?
Got a score here.
Question 3.
Oh, he did the post.
Who was the first sponsor of the Premier League? Question number 4. In what season did Roman Abramovich take over Chelsea?
In what year?
In what season?
In what season?
Question 5. Which player holds the record for the most goals in consecutive Premier League games?
Player.
Question 6. Kevin Phillips won the Golden Boot in 1999/2000. Who was the next English player to do so?
Ooh. Got a score.
Question 7. Which player holds the record for most consecutive Premier League appearances? 310.
Consecutive appearances.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure we've had the reverse of this question before. Question 8. What was significant about Mario Balotelli's only assist in the Premier League for Manchester City? Question 9. Who scored the first perfect hat-trick? Left foot, right foot and header in the Premier League.
Ooh. That is a good question. Good.
Do you know it?
I do not.
I've seen to think there's a bit of a pattern with these quizzes.
Go on.
Because question 10, James. What player scored 4 goals in 12 minutes after coming on as a sub versus Nottingham Forest?
What's your highest Premier League finish?
Yeah, but how many seasons have you been in the Premiership? Toss piece. Quantity.
How many years have we been?
Quantity over
We've
quality.
We've probably done more
friend.
Premier League seasons than you have, we?
Hey?
Have we done more Premier League?
Have a
seasons
fucking
than
word with yourself, you clown.
How many have you done?
More than you.
How about some
15, I think.
Really?
How about some European football?
Oh, we love a bit of European football.
Oh, sorry, we're on to number 2 now, aren't we?
So this
Part
is
2.
Part
2.
Question 11. The winners of the UEFA Champions League and the UEFA European League compete for which sporting trophy? Question 12. Which variant of the game of football has its own UEFA Championship?
I don't understand the question.
So a
There's
variation
another
of
type of
football.
And it has its own UEFA Championship. What is it? "13. La Liga is the name of which European country's professional football association?" "14. The professional football association of which European country is called Serie A?" "15. Name the Dutch footballer who was voted European Player of the Century in 1999.
Ooh, European Player of the Century.
I think there's only 2 possibles there.
I think it's only one. 16. Which French player is a record-scoring footballer for Arsenal and went on to become assistant manager of Belgium? Which player went through the Ajax youth system, played for Ajax and became assistant manager at the club in 2011? Mm-hmm. 18. Name the Juventus goalkeeper who was first winner of the Golden Foot Award.
What?
What is the Golden Foot
I've never even
Award?
heard of it. Name the Juventus footballer.
Nope.
Keeper.
Name the Juventus goalkeeper who was the first winner of the Golden Foot Award. "19. Who started their professional football career at Stuttgarter Kickers, became captain of the German team, and then head coach of the USA team?" And your 20th and final question. How much did Sporting Lisbon receive for the transfer of 17-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo? And there we go.
Tough one this week.
Do you know that UEFA one?
Which one? Number 12?
Yeah.
I've had a guess.
I've had a guess, but I'm not confident at all. I didn't know if you had any inkling on that one.
I've had a guess.
Right.
But I have no idea if it's correct.
Question number 1. Which Premier League winner's father played rugby for Wales?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Is it Ryan Giggs?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember whether we've had it before or not.
We definitely have.
What year did the Premier League start?
1992.
Well, the season is 92-93. So it's 92.
1992.
You're giving me that, aren't you?
Well, obviously, yeah.
Well, I think he's because his answer is 92.
Well, I mean, he didn't say what was the first season of the Premiership, James. He did say what year does the Premier League start. So, you know, if you want
Who was the first sponsor of the Premier League?
Carling.
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 I like how I'm saying it to him. For his affirmation rather than yours who's got the answer.
Question 4. In what season did Roman Abramovich take over Chelsea?
2003-4.
I've gone 2-3.
3-4.
Because I think he saw
He
him
signed Mourinho the next
he saw
year.
him play the last game of the season against Liverpool.
Well, there's a story. Apparently, he was
2000.
flying over and wanted Tottenham, didn't he?
So he apparently
I'm
had agreed to come in to have a conversation about buying Tottenham.
Yeah.
But in the flight over, they flew over Stamford Bridge and he was like, "What's that? I want
that one." Really?
That's the rumour. How real it is, I'd very much question.
Question 5. Which player holds the record for the most goals in consecutive Premier League games?
Jamie Vardy.
Reg Vardy, yeah. 6. Kevin Phillips won the Golden Boot in 99-2000. Who was the next English player to do so?
I've gone Harry Kane.
I put that, then scratched it out. Andrew Johnson.
He's playing in this game, that's
So
for
it is
sure.
Harry Kane then. Bastard.
Which player holds the record for most consecutive Premier League appearances, which is 310?
Friedel.
Bradley
Friedel. 8.
How are they not scoring these massive overloads? Oh, we play like that. That's
What was significant about Mario Balotelli's only assist in the Premier League for Manchester City?
Technically, it won them the title.
I put won the title, brackets, Aguero goal.
It was for Sergio Aguero's title-winning goal versus QPR. Who scored the first perfect hat-trick, left foot, right foot, and header in the Premier League?
I like yours.
I was thinking yours, but then I was like, I don't know, I can't remember him scoring it with left.
He scored loads of the headers. He didn't score that many headers.
He's gone Shearer. I really very nearly went Shearer, but I went Les Ferdinand.
You'll be pleased to know
Neither of us
that you're
got
both
it.
wrong.
Teddy.
Is it a striker?
I've no freaking clue.
Do you know who this person is?
No.
Let me think.
Does he sound foreign?
No.
Not for his first two names.
Chris
No.
Bart Williams.
Was he even playing at the start? Well, mind you, I suppose he wouldn't need to be playing at the start of the Premier League. So he's got two first names.
I presume it's his first, middle and last name.
Rude.
No.
Oh, hang on.
Jimmy Floyd
Hasselbank.
Jimmy Floyd.
JFH.
JFH. Striker.
Dutch, by the way.
Fucking.
Was that for Leeds?
Fucking mental shot.
Well, that'd be for Leeds.
So I think someone said that he had the hardest shot in the Premier League, and I'm sure there was an urban legend once that he broke a reserve keeper's hand in training once or something with the shot that he hit that hard.
I can't imagine he could hit a ball harder than Tony Yeboah. He could hit the ball.
Tony Yeboah. Now there was a man who knew how to strike the underside of the bar. Oh, tasty.
Question 10 in this section.
Excuse me.
What player scored 4 goals in 12 minutes after coming on as a stub versus Nottingham Forest?
Ollie, he's at the wheel, isn't
OGS.
he? Ollie's at the wheel.
Yeah.
Old Gunnar
Ollie.
Solskjaer.
Oh, what a night.
Right, now I have to find
Late in May in 1999.
It was European.
Ollie scored a goal in injury time. What a feeling.
European football. Question 11. The winners of the UEFA Champions League and UEFA European League compete for which sporting trophy?
I don't know how picky you're going to be because I've just put European Super Cup, but are you
I've
needing UEFA Super Cup?
I've just put UEFA Super Cup, but it's the Super Cup.
UEFA Super Cup. Which variant of the game of football has its own UEFA Championship?
Oh, that's better.
Is it futsal?
Well, I've gone beach football because I've got no clue.
Beach
football.
Well, I know Cantona got into a bit of beach football
He did?
to start with when he first left.
Before his acting career kicked off.
Yeah.
It's futsal.
Fuck yeah.
La Liga is the name for
I think you'll get all these.
which European country's professional football association?
Spain.
Spain.
The professional football association of which European country is called Serie A?
Italy.
Name the Dutch footballer who was voted European Player of the Century in 1999.
Johan
Cruyff.
Johan.
Well, sorry, you didn't say Johan.
Oh, it's offside
Right.
anyway.
I hope you weren't thinking Jordi.
I almost wrote Yordi, and I was like, no, that's his son.
I didn't know whether some people might have gone Marco.
16.
Yeah. Well, Hullet was pretty good as well.
Which French player is a record-setting footballer for Arsenal and went on to become assistant manager of Belgium?
Terry Henry.
Terry Henry.
Local boy done good.
Which player went through Ajax's youth system, played for Ajax and became assistant manager at the club in 2011?
What have you gone?
Dennis Bergkamp.
I've gone Frank de Boer.
You should have gone with what he said, shouldn't you?
Really?
Assistant manager. Assistant to the regional manager.
Now then, let's see who can name the Juventus goalkeeper who was the first
Well, I just
winner
went for
of
the
the
most.
Golden
So I was trying to think who-
Award.
Well,
Because there was was it Peruzzi was there for years?
yeah, I know, but it's either going to be...
But I've never heard of this award.
It's the same here. It's either going to be who we put, or it's going to be Dino Zoff.
That's very old.
But the fact that his face did that indicates it's probably not Dino Zoff. So it has to be Gigi Buffon then.
Well, I've gone Buffon.
You're alright to do
I've
so.
never even heard of this award though.
Golden Foot.
What the hell has Golden Foot got to do with goalie keeping?
Oh, it's Berson Selena.
Is that?
How weird is that?
Yeah, he's not been on the whole time, right?
No, he's just come on.
19. Who started their professional football career at Stuttgarter Kickers, became captain of the German team, and then head coach of the USA team?
Jürgen Klinsmann.
It is. And your 20th and final question. How much did Sporting Lisbon receive for the transfer of 17-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo?
He's gone very specific. I've gone 13 million, but he's put
12.6 million.
Well, the answer
it's 12.6 million.
is 12 million. A record fee at the time of the player of his age, for a player of his age.
Nightmare. So I got 3 wrong. 17 on 20. Oh no.
I'm quite happy with mine. I've lost, but I'm quite happy.
15?
I'm quite happy with 15.
15 on 20. That brings to an end our whistle-stop tour of the world that is football. Jordan Henderson is terrible.
He's just too angry, isn't he? Well, at least when they went in at half time and I said I don't want this to finish 5-1, I didn't anticipate
2
there
more
being
goals from
just-
Kosovo.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So there you go. That right there is...
A wrap.
Is that it? Is that everything?
That's it.
The England game.
There may be some games.
just about tight.
Now I'm trying to work out whether he was
Hinting at
actually
something.
coughing or if he's hinting at something that needs to be done. I think it is the
Like he's
former.
owed some money or something.
Yeah. I think
We
we're
were just-
potentially coming into the territory of games to go to. Because I think Borough play Huddersfield away fairly shortly.
It depends how it fits into your wedding routine, doesn't it, really?
Don't have any more for the rest of the year.
Bullshit.
Not a one. Sadly.
I mean, I mean, he hasn't got any in the next 3 months. I mean, it's not that bad. What we were just commenting on there is my goal scorer in the Swansea Forest game just came on in this game.
Oh, nice.
Bersant Salina. I'd forgotten he plays for Kosovo.
I had no idea it was Kosovan. Might as well just keep everyone with us for the last minute.
You're really struggling there, James, aren't you?
It's bothering me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4
minutes of extra time.
We can fill. And they can see the celebration on our faces.
The celebration.
There you go. Chill, Mo. Bit of time wasting now, and they've realised they've got to hold on to 5-3. Put into the corner, lad. Yeah.
The thing about this is...
So they added a minute on there.
Oh, yeah. Didn't even notice that.
I didn't notice that. It's pretty wide.
What was I going to say there? Well, to be fair, they do always say a minimum of.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? You said, I bet, no one would ever predict 5-3.
Mm-hmm.
Some fucking prick will have. Some guys...
And you'll know
some
about
guys
it on
been
the
to the
internet.
bookies before the game and put on a daft pound on England 5, Kosovo 3.
Yeah, but he's probably put a daft pound on 5-3, 5-4, 5-all.
And if you think about it, if you're going to every single game and putting a daft pound on 5-3, you're going to be a little bit down on money
Yeah.
at this point.
Gamblers only ever tell you about their winnings, not losses, though, don't they?
Well, I don't know. I've told people about my losses sometimes. Not much, but yeah. It's easy to remember the ones that you win big on.
Well, there used to be a lad at work. He used to go bookies every lunchtime, and he had a little book. He'd write his winnings in, but he'd never write his actual stakes.
Oh dear.
Won £3. Bet.
Yeah, good time of the season. Won 300 quid this year. How much
Cost
have you?
him £9.
How much have you put on? Oh, we don't need to be concerning ourselves with that.
He's living in a
Probably
box under an overpass somewhere.
Interesting.
But he won £300.
I tell you what,
Spent it all on meth.
I kind of like
Who are we
Kosovo.
talking about here?
I kind of like Kosovo to score a goal here. It would
It'd
just
make,
be funny.
it'd make the last couple of minutes interesting. Look at Jordan just calming them all down. Again, looking furious, as you said.
He just looked a bit bored, if anything, there.
He should be bored. He's had to pick the ball up his net 3 times. Tosser. Stupid.
Have England made, apart from Sancho, have England made any subs?
Yeah.
Oh, Mount's on.
Barkley off for Mount.
Yeah.
Sancho off for Rash. Thrash. I would love to know. I mean, fair enough, he's looked alright, but I don't understand why Declan Rice is England's starting holding midfielder. Is it just... Oh, and as well, is Eric Dyer... Who's Eric Dyer pissed off?
Does he not get into
Can't
Tottenham?
even get a game for Spurs anymore.
Who was Spurs playing holding midfield?
I think he went from being England vice captain to just not.
Do you know
being
what?
in
I've
the
got a
squad.
lot of time for Dyer.
I like
he's a
Dyer.
good
I think
player.
he's a great player. I think he offers a lot.
The balls he had as well with that deciding penner.
Yeah, I think he offers a lot as a holding midfielder as well because he's good on the ball. Because obviously, he
grew up. He
Sport
played
in Lisbon's
yeah.
academy, wasn't he? So
Yeah.
he obviously grew up on a continental country on the continent, so to speak. So you learn a different style of play as opposed to just fucking oof the bastard.
I think he's fallen victim of being one of those versatile players, though. Just gets left behind a bit.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Paul! You can't do it on camera.
Just wait till it reaches over that side of the.
Andy, have a word with him.
Have a word. What's he going to do? I can't stop it.
Well, you can.
No,
I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't. You're just hurting yourself internally there. He's in the rash. Oh wait, ref, come on, that's a free kick. Yes.
He looked very leggy then, didn't he?
Rahnini. The MacLeod Stadium.
I won't be surprised if they don't even cross this in.
Well, no, of course it is. There's 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, but get a goal.
It's not as easy as that. Oh, on that quickly Kevin Will He Score podcast that I was listening to the other day, they had a conversation with Matt Letizia where one of the guys had said that his mate had said that if he played up front for just any Premier League side, every single minute of the season he'd score at least one goal in a season. And Matt Letizia was like, no. He was like, yeah, just due to a lot of averages and stuff. Like, one will probably just hit him and go in. He was like, no, you've got to work hard to be a Premier League striker, even the worst ones, And he was like, yeah, he's got a point. There we go. Full time. England 5, Kosovo 3. And
outrageous.
Gareth's decided, do you know what? The waistcoat, it's not really me.
It really wasn't, was it?
In the World Cup, he was loving it.
He was loving it.
He was living for the waistcoat. But sadly, not anymore.
I still think... Look at him chilling out. Are they like proper buds or something?
Must be.
I think that's well harsh on that Kosovan player who scored the first 2.
Oh, big time.
He is a head taller than him, isn't he?
Yeah, but Sterling's a very
Sterling's a
small
little
player.
man, and that's a big keeper.
It is. Right, folks.
Berisha is going to be mortified.
Thanks for joining us. Same time, same back channel.
Same back time, same back channel.
Same time next week. You take it easy, San Diego. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye. I really need to pee now.
So why?
So there you go, what do you think of that? Another one in the bag, another week gone, all footballed out for the week. Cool. YouTube watchers, make sure you're YouTube subscribers, drop us comments, click for notifications, all that good stuff. Everybody else, jump over to thecookiecast.com, send us some social media love, drop us an email, tell us if you beat our pundits in the quiz. So there we go, another one done. Until next week, I'll say bye, and I'll see you then. Bye.